doing cameras now.
Exactly.
We were none of the clubs too.
Right?
I've only had it a month.
Yeah. The only thing I hate is these batteries will go quick. But I gotta show what I got. You see how the iPhone, the AirPods case? I have dual battery case like
I've
that.
seen that.
It comes with two batteries.
And they have the battery, I think, that plugs into it too, right?
Oh my.
Oh, it plugs into
To the side of it, power, I thought.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
But you know, I think, for walkthroughs, I'm going to do long videos.
Yeah, I like it that way. It's better that way.
So longer is this.
That's why I just did.
And I plug it in.
And that's it. And just leave it.
My uncle is 84 years old. He's a blacksmith. He's been doing blacksmithing since he started when he was 16. Then he went into the Air Force at 18. Got hurt 4 years later. Couldn't go back into the Air Force.
Right.
And decided he was going to be a blacksmith. Got married in 1970, built this house, then started all of this.
This is beautiful.
Bit by bit.
Okay, so is he a farrier too? Does he go around
No,
doing
he's
horses?
a farrier still.
Oh, okay.
84 years old.
Wow.
He's still a farrier. I'm like, oh no, thank you.
So he flew this plane?
No, but he did 11 years ago. He wanted to go skydiving. So he was 70 years old. He decided, I'm going to go skydiving. He went and he said, well, I got a windmill, and now I need a plane. I mean, it has no engine or anything.
Right,
it's a
just
shell.
a shell, but that's fun just the same.
Yes,
But
exactly.
it was so funny because one day I look out and I see a cop, some kind of cop. So I walk out there and I'm like, what's going on? He's like, I don't know. He said, somebody told me there's a plane in this yard. I said, well, there is. And he goes, well, does it fly? I said, are you serious? I said, no, it doesn't fly. It's just a
How
shell.
did somebody see it? Did somebody have a drone up?
No, it had to be somebody that was pissed off at him.
Oh.
Him and a buddy had a tiff, and I think it was that.
So they figure they tell he got an airplane in the yard?
So stupid.
Yeah, they looked at
So stupid. It's hot. I haven't been outside this time.
It's tomorrow gonna be worse. That's why I came out today.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's supposed to be 90.
I know, I heard that.
I mean, it went from cold to hot. What happened to the in-between?
I know.
Let's get some
We didn't
70s
have
in here
fall.
first, right?
Yeah, we didn't have fall. And like all the gas pumps and stuff they're real except for the glass part are replicas because he bought them and they didn't have it.
What is the basic theme of this?
He doesn't have it. He just buys what he likes.
It's a
And,
museum with interesting
Of
stuff.
all stuff from back in the day.
yeah,
Right.
pretty much.
Yeah, you don't really need a theme for that.
No.
Old water.
Because just bring memories. Just seeing what it is, just bring memories.
Oh, wait till you guys see the cabin. When you walk in the cabin, it's like literally stepping back in time.
Okay. That's how the yard is, basically.
Every era.
How many acres is this?
9.
I got that. That's what I have in South Carolina,
Yeah? What part?
Columbia.
Okay.
Back in Gadsden, down in the country.
Okay.
I inherited it from my grandmother.
I have property in North Carolina with my mom, so she's got 15 acres. Wow. And it's so nice and peaceful.
Yeah.
Like you pull in her driveway and you forget the rest of the world exists. So nice.
That's what happened when I came out here Long Island from Brooklyn.
Oh,
So once we came out here, I was like,
can't go
I don't even
back.
feel like I'm in New York.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. When I first came back, I wanted to visit the city. And I was like, did I want to do this?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's make sure it's not into that. What kind of these?
Oh yeah? I knew the guy who was building it, and he said something like, this is what I want. And he comes back, and half of it's built, and it's not the way he wants. He's like, take it down. It's not what I want.
He's a man who knew what he wanted.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
He didn't want Marty.
He didn't want it the way it was.
Exactly. He wanted it the way he wanted. If I'm going to pay for it, I want it my way.
That's right.
Really cool.
This is beautiful. And you can, not even just walk on it, you can drive
Did you
on it.
want that
on it,
truck
yeah.
driver? He
Oh,
must,
yeah.
his
Oh, my
face
God.
must have been like this when he saw that little bridge. He must have been like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were
I was shocked. A dump truck.
River Road along the South Haven Climby Park there.
Right.
And you
Little
have the-
tunnel.
underneath the
Oh, that
railroad.
tunnel, yes.
There's a big
Isn't
truck.
that
and you-
oh my God, what a big truck that was.
Oh my God. I would put koi fish in there.
Oh, I'll show you the koi fish pond when we're done.
Oh no, you got a koi?
Wow.
Yep, that's in the backyard.
I'm obsessed. I love them.
Well, if
Oh,
you want
my.
some,
I love them.
Giving them away because there's too many.
Quick.
Yeah? I gotta give me a tank. You hear that, Tom?
And I'm serious.
Her uncle got plenty of koi fish and giving some away because he got so many. I mean, I gotta get a fish tank. Put it right up under the tree once I get fine.
Hang out the window. Hang out the window.
This is beautiful.
What do you have, bud?
Oh, yeah. No. I just like to know that.
Take that down for a minute.
Oh.
No, but he has my number.
You gotta go through John.
You gotta go through John. No, it's a private property.
Thank you.
You know?
This is beautiful.
I didn't see the cowboy.
Did a scavenger. And it was just, you had to find certain things, nothing that you could like pick up. Because obviously you can't make it. So, and that's a picture of him they photoshopped when he turned 80, so that was 4 years ago.
A little more.
He doesn't like his
And we were
picture
driving
taken,
up
so
on
he
the
was not
shore.
happy.
I don't know if you
Not
know.
happy.
In the woods. There's a painted horse statue in the woods there. Whatever road that was we were on. We never. And you're right, you never know what you're gonna find.
You got a payphone. You got a payphone in here.
Yeah, yes, and that's why I knocked and I asked.
And he does everything in here? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
And all this works. The stove, he uses the stove, yeah.
Giant griddle?
Yeah,
Oh,
and this is where he does the, you know, he does the eggs, the bacon, and everything. Sorry.
Well, no, I
And he finally found a 100-year-old cedar tree. And that's what the base
Whole
of this
thing is made
built.
out of?
Yep.
This is
Yep.
nice. I can step in it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, you smell the wood.
You smell the cedar?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that smells good.
I would love one of these.
I'm in a real
Treehouse.
treehouse.
And his grandson
Oh,
always
look at
saying
this.
they want to visit him in there.
Right.
It's not like you rough it,
You know what?
know?
Now that's a, this bunk bed is made is stronger than anyone they make today.
Yep. It's all handmade. His buddy made it.
Anyone they make today can't touch that one right there.
I was gonna say, it's homemade.
Yeah, it is. The whole thing. All the pieces of wood were by friend Lenny. Hand cut. You know, all the wood.
Wow. Yeah, like all this here, right?
Yeah, yep.
That's amazing.
No, I live in the house. In the main house.
Are there any wildlife out here?
Turkey, rabbit, raccoons, turtles.
No lions and tigers.
No lions and tigers or bears. Oh, no.
Snakes?
I'm sure. I've never seen them, but
Oh, good.
that's the only place I've seen it one time was by the back threshold door. And we don't really go out that door. So I said, you stay right there. Stay here. We're all good.
You were looking at elephant Indian.
No, I was, you know, lions and tigers and bears on my from the Wizard of Oz. I just had to say it. I just had to say it.
This is nice.
Every chance you get, huh?
Yeah.
Now you, I always wanted a treehouse. You used to laugh at me.
Well, you didn't have one.
Right. Exactly. And it got a slide. Look, it has a slide too. Right. Look, and it got a slide right here.
Oh.
Look at that. I got an active slide too.
I'm recording.
It would have been perfect if it was a pool under there. It's a corkscrew.
Yeah. Exactly.
This is nice.